everyone, and welcome to our first video podcast
Our very
of
special
AGT
video
Time.
podcast,
Yeah. Cody Patterson here along with...
along with Jay Bach.
How you doing, Jay?
It's been a crazy couple of weeks, so my apologies. I'm the one who's being a little flaky on this, but there's been just some crazy happenings. We're not quite ready to go public with anything yet, but life gets in the way sometimes, and an off-season hobby podcast was one of the things that got pushed out of the way. So my apologies to all of our faithful dozens and dozens of listeners out there who were just waiting in the balances for us to put our podcast together here.
Well, I'm sure our listeners understand that this is a hobby for us. Life does get in the way sometimes. That's okay. It is the off season. We're not in AGT Prime right now. So if we got to take a little bit of a break, I'm sure they don't mind.
I hope not.
Yeah.
So thank you, everybody, for all your grace.
So let's kind of just give a little update here on why we're doing this. We're doing a video podcast for the next few weeks because we're going to do Brant Steele. We're going to do a Brant Steele fantasy Survivor with AGT contestants.
Right, and you can hear more details about it if you go back to the last podcast. We picked who was going to be in this Brant Steele. We've got one team made up of, two teams made up of champions.
Yes.
One is our champion singers, the other is our champion non-singers, and then you and I drafted a third tribe to round it out here, and we picked those out, and then we left the last little bit up to you, America. I think we got we were short of the votes that they normally get, like on an episode of America's Got Talent. Is that what I saw there?
Yeah, I think we're about 4 million votes short. We got
about 4 million short.
We got four. We got four votes. Four votes.
Yeah, we multiply that times a million. We're going to get really close.
That's right. That's right. So the reason this is a video is because there's a little bit of art. There's a little bit of visual aspect to this where we do the Brant Steele Survivor thing on a website. So we kind of wanted to show you this as we were playing along, let you see what was going on. Just thought it may add a little bit to it if we visualized it and talked about it. We're going to kind of break this up over a few weeks as best we can. We got a long off season till May 28th. Is that what I think premiere date?
That
May 28th.
right, yeah.
So we got a long way till then. So we're kind of going to spread this out over a few weeks. We're going to kind of see if we can do this in about an hour each, maybe, and then go from there. So we'll get into that in just a minute. But we got to take care of business first, Jay.
What's the business?
So you gotta tell people how to contact us.
Oh, right, yeah. We have I should say that I've gotten zero contact from the community since I've started doing this. I'm a little disappointed. So we'll throw it out there again, but we really would love a little more interaction. Love to hear what you guys think. If you have any opinions or thoughts or anything at all, bring it to us. We'd love to get a little bit more input from you guys as to what you want to hear, how we can make this a better show. So you can reach me at onemanbander@gmail or on Twitter rather, or you can reach us. I'm going to see if I can do this right this time.
Okay.
It's at AGT Time on Twitter because it's alliterative.
Yep.
Or at agtcast@gmail or at agtcast on Facebook.
That's correct. Yep. Good job, Jay.
Nailed it.
Nailed it. Yes. So reach out to us. Questions, comments. Also rate, comment, review iTunes.
Or if they want to reach out directly to you, we didn't give that yet.
Oh yeah. So if you want to reach me, I'm at Cody L. Patterson on Twitter. So you can reach any one of us, multitude of ways. We'd love to hear from you on iTunes. We're also on Spotify, iHeartRadio. Plenty of platforms out there to find us. Shouldn't be a problem. Now, this video, if you want to go watch it, is going to be on our YouTube channel. So you could just search AGT Time on YouTube, and you should be able to find this video no problem.
Yes. So
So
if you want to see the visuals on it, if you want to try and follow along what we're doing with this Brant steel, that's the way to do it. It should help you out.
yep. So you ready to kind of get into it, Jay?
Let's do it. Let's see what we got.
Okay. So I need to display the let's see. Give me just one moment. I need to display the page.
We're gonna get better at this, I suspect.
Yeah, we're gonna get a little bit better at this. We're kind of let's see. And I had it just a few minutes ago, people. So bear with me just a moment. There we go. There it is.
And now I can see it. All right.
And now Jay can see it. So what you kind of got here is the Brant Steel website, and what we've done is we've taken what did we take? What Worlds Apart? Is that what we took from?
Yeah, we went to the Worlds
Survivor?
Apart because we thought that going to 3 tribes might work well for us, sort of the way that the numbers worked out. And this was, boy, I don't even remember what number season it was, but we're doing the AGT acts in the Worlds Apart season. So that's who's going to how sort of the breakdown is going to go. When they merge is when our teams will merge. When they you know, if there's any other oddball things that come up, that's when they're going to come up. So it's going to play along that pattern of the season, but we're going to do it with all these folks.
Yeah, so we've gone through and we've just to kind of recap. We've got our AGT winner singers in a tribe, the variety winners in a tribe, and then our particular picks. So we put it out there in Twitter that we wanted to. We had 3, and I actually spelled his name wrong right there. Look at that. I spelled Alfredo's name wrong. Man, I am terrible. That is awful. So what we did is we put out on Twitter. We wanted you all to vote for who was going to get voted off the island first. And we had Alfredo from Deadly Games. We had, do you remember his name from?
Oh boy, I could pull up Twitter here.
Yeah. Well, we had Tape Face, and then we had. Oh, we already forgot the third guy. You take a week off, Jay, and we just kind of forget everything that happened.
It's all my fault. It's
Yeah.
all my fault. No, it's we're gonna get this here. AGT Times Twitter feed.
Yep.
It's not far down the list here.
Yep.
It
At
can't
AGT
possibly
time,
be.
just to recap that.
Tice
Tice
was his name from Duo Transcend.
Yeah, so Tice from Duo Transcend. So what I wanted to do is I didn't want both people from Deadly Games or both people from Duo Transcend. I wanted just the guys. Nothing against the women. Women are great, but for this I wanted just the guys. So we put those 2 guys plus Tape Face out on Twitter and said, hey, who's getting voted off? And sorry, Tice, you got voted off before the game even started. So
before we even started.
So Alfredo from Deadly Games and Tape Face are on the island with Piff, Professional Regurgitator, Sophie Dossie, and the Kinetic King.
So that was what we went through last time. We spent an hour determining that's who would be here. So
yeah.
We can also just quick recap if you're on the audio version of this. In the winners variety group, we've got Darcy Lynn Farmer, Kenichi Aniba, magician Matt Franco, Paul Zerden, the ventriloquist, Shin Lim, our most recent winner, and Terry Fader, the ventriloquist. And then the singers, champion singers, we had Bianca Ryan, Kevin Skinner, Landau Eugene Murphy Jr., Michael Grimm, Grace Vanderwall, and we stuck the second place Eli Matson in there because Cass Haley?
Not Cass Haley.
No. Jeez Louise.
Wow, we are terrible at this, Jay.
Because our champion died.
Yeah, from season 3. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what we got, folks. We are ready to get into it. And should we just go ahead and start clicking through this?
Yeah, we start clicking through this. So your role in this, Jay, is to kind of explain what's happening at each at each point in the game. We're going to talk about, hey, what do these people bring to the game? What are they bringing to the island? Kind of what are they talking about? We're going to kind of try to tell a story along the way as we're going. As best we know about these contestants from just their time on the show, nothing about them in personal life. All we know from them on the show, what are they going to be doing on the island?
Yeah, hopefully we're going to have a little fun here.
Yeah.
I can imagine seeing some unique friendships come up. Hopefully some jokes can be made. So, yeah, let's jump to it. As you have questions, let's try and chat a little bit about sort of what Survivor is, how this works, and maybe we'll have a little fun with it.
Yeah, just to recap for another recap for our listeners. I'm not a fan of Survivor. We're not going to get too deep into this, but just again, I'm not a fan of Survivor. You're a big fan of Survivor, so you're the one with all the knowledge, and you're kind of explaining to me what's happening here.
That's what we're going to try to do.
Yep. So looks like we're going to the opening twist is the first thing we're going to be doing.
The opening twist. All right.
Yep. So it looks like each tribe is asked to select a representative.
Okay.
So
I've picked their representative. We've got Michael Grimm, Darcy Lynn, and Piff the Magic Dragon. Each of them then chose someone to join them. So Michael Grimm selected our chicken catcher. What's his name again?
Kevin Skinner.
Kevin Skinner, thank you.
Yep.
Darcy Lynn chose Shin Lim, and Piff took Sophie Dossie along with him. So they had their choice for a clue to the hidden immunity idol and that small bag of rice, or that big bag that they can share with their tribe. And Michael and Kevin Skinner, they chose to get the clue to the hidden immunity idol and just the small bag of beans. Darcy Lynn and Shin Lim, they took the idol clue and the small bag of beans. And Piff and Sophie, they also take the clue and the small bag of beans. So there was nobody who did the altruistic thing and decided to share more. They're all a little self-interested at this time. This is an individual game already.
So kind of explain what's going on. What would be the reasoning for all of this?
Well, you might go back to camp and say that you had this choice and we chose the big bag of beans, and here's your big bag of beans, and present them with the small bag of beans. That was tried. You might try to, they're just trying to kickstart the game a little bit with a little bit of something to already get the ball rolling here. So that's what the producers were thinking, I'm pretty sure. This is not a normal twist at the beginning of the game, but it's what we got this time. So we've got these folks with a clue to the hidden immunity idol, which might give them some protection in future rounds here.
Okay, so you're saying it's a solo game, but they've selected someone to go along with them here. Do both of them get the clue, and do they both get the small bag of beans? How does that work?
It's one bag of beans for the entire tribe.
Okay.
They both have that clue. They both have read that clue, I would presume, at this point. So they can take that knowledge. They might share that with somebody else. They might keep that to themselves. They might just keep it amongst themselves and go searching for it together. It's hard to say who's going to do what with it, but that hidden immunity idol, that power is really, really useful. Something that is really changed the game from what it was in those early seasons before the hidden immunity idol took place.
Okay, and so when Michael Grimm and Darcy Lynn and Piff, when they select their representative or the other person, do the rest of the tribe know about this? Do they do it in public?
The rest of the tribe knows who goes with them. The original people selected, Michael Grimm, Darcy Lynn, Piff, they may have been selected because there was, I'm not sure the question that might have been asked, but something like, pick your strongest member or pick somebody who's the most trustworthy or pick somebody on your tribe. You don't know if they're going to be doing a challenge. You don't know if they're going to be doing a some sort of a race or a puzzle. You don't know what you're selecting them to do, but you're selecting somebody to do something. And in this case, they were selected to make this choice between the small bag and the big bag of rice.
Okay. 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 So anything else on our opening twist here?
Boy, I think that pretty well covers it. Hopefully, it makes sense to to everybody out there in podcast land.
So then we're going to move on to the Singer Tribe alliances.
All right, we're gonna see how things are shaken up with the singers.
Okay, here we go.
Yep. All right, we have a alliance number 1 with a 7 strength, so a pretty good alliance here. Pretty good strength between Eli Matson and Michael Grimm.
That's not on a
Uh,
scale of 1 to 10. How's that
I am
scale?
assuming 1 to 10 here. This
Okay,
isn't, this is Brant Steel.
got it. This is
How
not a
they do it. This
survivor,
is
not a survivor thing.
right,
Okay,
and that's the only alliance we've got going on the Singer tribe.
so it says Eli Matson has a loyalty of 6 and Michael Grimm has a loyalty of 8. So does that mean? Do we assume that means that Michael Grimm is more loyal to Eli than Eli is to Michael?
That's my interpretation of that, and that looks relatively strong here
Okay.
coming out of the gate.
Okay, and I would say from the show it seemed I don't remember a whole lot about Eli Matson from season 3. Both being singers. I think they
Both
both
wearing
kind
funky hats,
of
yeah.
both. Yeah, yeah. Do they bring their? Are they allowed to bring their hats to the island?
You know what? In this case, I think it's part of their persona. Yes.
Okay, fair enough. I think they kind of had similar styles in music that they sang, so I could see where this alliance made sense.
No surprise that Eli and Michael Grimm are buddies. Yep.
Okay, okay. So now we're going to look at the Variety Tribe alliances.
All right, let's go to the Variety Tribe.
Okay.
We've got a alliance number 1 is a 6 strength. Got Kenichi Aniba, Paul Zerden, and Terry Fader, 2 of our 3 ventriloquists, along with our dancer. We've got Kenichi at a 7, Paul Zerden at a 5, Terry Fader at a 6 on their loyalty. So that's a little less strong than what we saw on the Singers Tribe. And then on the Variety Tribe here, we've got Darcy Lynn Farmer with a loyalty of 8, Matt Franco and Shin Lim are magicians with a loyalty of 5 and 7, respectively. So
So
that
Darcy kind of jumping ship from the ventriloquists.
yeah, the old white guys didn't want her. I guess I don't
Oh
know.
wow.
Darcy Lynn along with Matt Franco and Shin Lim. So our magicians pick up Darcy Lynn Farmer. Our other 2 ventriloquists pick up Kenichi Aniba, which you might even call that an alliance of 5.
Well, and if you look at this, Kenichi's like, "Hey, thanks for letting me join your ventriloquist group. I'm gonna treat you guys pretty good." And same thing with Darcy. Hey, she didn't want to hang out with those other 2 ventriloquists. She's doing her own thing with the magicians. She's like, I'm here with you guys.
Yeah, there could be a little bit of undercover going on, like
Oh, maybe.
hey, maybe Matt and Shim are going to say, "Hey, Darcy, why don't you go get buddy with Paul and Terry, see what intel you can bring us back." Darcy Lynn could use that to her advantage and actually be buddy with them and share Matt and Shin Lim's information, or there's a lot of different ways that this can play out. It's early in the game.
Hey, it's a good point. So we'll kind of see what goes on here. Now let's go to our picks. Let's see. Okay, what we got here?
Okay, we've only got one one alliance. We've got our professional regurgitator with a loyalty of 6 and Alfredo of Deadly Games, the knife thrower and the knife swallower, maybe.
Ooh, good
They've got an
point.
alliance with a 6 strength here.
So what is his name? Steve? Is that his name?
Stevie Star.
Yeah. So you think he could hide some knives away for Alfredo to kind of, for a
Um,
later date?
I've seen him do razor blades. I don't know that he's actually a knife guy, but
I
Boy,
mean,
that's,
it's a 5 and a 6. It's not terribly. I mean, it's not real weak, but it's not real strong either.
no, it's not the most loyal of alliances. Ah, boy. So that sets them up. We've got our Singer Tribe alliances, our Variety Act alliances, and our Host Pick alliance. They're going to compete as tribes of six, in the immunity challenge. The loser or losers of the immunity challenge are going to have to go to tribal council at the end of
Oh,
our end of the first episode here.
okay. So, kind of what are they talking about here back at the I guess at the campfire? I mean, they haven't really built a fire yet at their campsite. Kind of what type of things are these three, or I guess these four alliances talking about?
Boy, early in the game, everybody's going to be feeling each other out, trying to decide who they can trust, who they can't trust, where's their loyalty, where's their chance to win challenges early, where's their chance to get rid of challenge threats that might be threats later in the game. Everybody's got a lot of things on their mind, but they also have to build a shelter. They
Okay.
show up on the beach with no shelter to speak of. So there's usually some amount of trying to work together, figure out how to make a structure that you can actually find some Z's in.
So we only have an alliance of two here, what are the other four people doing? Are they just kind of keeping to themselves? Do they are just
Yeah, they don't want to sell themselves out to anybody.
just kind of doing their
Or
own thing, like say feeling each other out? They may
still
be
filling each
hanging out and
other out.
talking to each other, but they're not really aligned with each other.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's kind of see what goes on at the immunity challenge.
Let's go to the immunity challenge. So our
Okay.
first immunity challenge is the tribes will race down a ramp, go through an obstacle while they make their way to a large wooden crate which contains a ladder. They'll then choose to open the crate by using keys to unlock locks, or they can untie knots. Both methods will release the ladder. Once they have the ladder free, they will use it to go up, across, and down a platform through another series of obstacles. Yada yada yada. Then they have puzzles. So there's three puzzles that they can choose from. The first puzzle is only 5 pieces, but it requires a person to see the big picture. The second puzzle has 10 pieces, and it requires a person to see things more visually. And the third puzzle has the most pieces at 50, but it's also the most straightforward. You just use these puzzles, average the all the puzzles average the same time to finish. So if the right person is put on the right puzzle, they must what's it say? They will
They
finish
will
much
finish
faster
faster. Yeah.
than the average.
Yeah.
So when this happened on the episode, the very first episode, the 10-piece puzzle, that visual puzzle, that was grabbed by the No Collar tribe. Yeah, that helps me out. Thank you. Um, and the jewelry maker, Joe Englum, Joey Amazing, he grabbed that and he just knocked that out of the park. He was really, I believe, he came from behind. So choosing the right puzzle for your strengths in this blue collar, no collar, white collar season was kind of how it went down. You expected the blue collar to kind of go with the brute force puzzle. The white collar to go with the big picture puzzle. Is kind of how they designed it to fit their needs. So with these guys, I don't know, would the Singer tribe or the Variety tribe, would you see them benefiting from picking one of those varieties of puzzles, do you think?
Well, I think that the singers would probably go with the more straightforward puzzle because
Yeah,
they
that
don't.
50
I mean,
piece.
yeah, they don't. They're not the type of people that maybe see a bigger picture. They're very straightforward. They follow the notes, they follow the song. It's very linear.
Could be.
Now your variety people, especially like your magicians or your comedians, kind of see a bigger picture. so they know how to take all the different pieces, put it together, and perform a show.
Yeah, I would think that magicians,
Yeah.
like as a rule, would be very good at the puzzles.
Yes.
Yeah, and then our our group of Kinetic King, Piff the Magic Dragon, Tape Face. Boy, I don't know what's the right thing for them. Um,
Well, no. Now your Kinetic King, man, he's going to be great at puzzles. He loves putting this stuff together.
he may be, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So maybe that 50-piece puzzle would be the way that he would go, where you just have to put the right pieces in the right place.
Yeah.
Um,
Now the regurgitator, he'd probably just going to swallow the pieces.
he might, yeah, some stuff might go missing with him around.
Does Sophie? Does she do the puzzle with her feet?
She might be good at the race part of it leading up to that.
Okay.
Any sort of climbing and fitting things through, the untying the knots. Her dexterity might be the thing to make it happen.
Okay. Well, let's kind of see what happens here.
All right, let's see how it goes.
Okay, so the host picks tribe wins immunity.
Oh, our guys win immunity. That's
Yep.
Kinetic Tape Face. All right.
Yep. They also win a fire making kit.
Right.
Okay. So what does that include? Like matches and
Usually just a
lighter
flint.
fluid.
A
and
flint. Just a flint. Yep.
Just a flint.
Just
Okay.
a flint.
So you have to go find the other stone in order to make the spark.
They'll have a machete or something at camp. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Singer tribe wins immunity. They also win a flint.
Okay.
So
So
what's the
in
difference
this
in a
case,
fire making kit and a flint? Yeah.
the fire making kit must have had more. It might have been some kindling or something else along with maybe some kerosene, if I recall.
Okay. Okay.
Something like that to make it just that much easier to get it all started. So,
Okay.
first place got the kit, second place got just the flint, but that's
Okay.
enough for them to survive. So our singer tribe is through, which means that our variety act tribe will be the ones going to tribal council.
Wow, that's a little surprising for us.
Yeah,
We thought our magicians and variety would be able to figure out these puzzles.
I think they would have knocked it out. We don't get to see which puzzle they picked on the Brant Steel, though.
Doesn't look like it. So we're going to proceed to the Singer tribe events. So what are we going to see here?
This is going to be what they talked about at camp after the immunity challenge.
Okay, so let's see what happens here.
No one has found the Singer tribe idol. So there's at each camp, production has hidden one idol somewhere around their camp. No one found the idol this round. The behavior of Bianca Ryan is becoming appreciated around the camp.
Well, look at that. They recognize that she's the OG, the number one.
Yeah, the little girl's grown up.
That's right. She's grown up. She's the very first winner of AGT. She's getting some respect. So
getting some respect. She's appreciated. She's working hard. No surprise. She's a good hard worker.
Okay. So let's see what the variety tribe is up to.
What's our variety tribe up to? No one's found the variety tribe idol. No one's found it this round. Behavior of Terry is rubbing the tribe the wrong way.
Uh-oh.
What could that mean?
So what's his little? Did he bring along one of his little guys? And he's kind of
that guy named
making
Winston,
funny
maybe?
making funny voices and stuff.
Oh man, ventriloquists sometimes get a bad rap. I wonder if those three non-ventriloquists are just getting a little bit fed up with him, or maybe our magicians.
Kenichi's showing him a lot of loyalty.
Kenichi did have loyalty with him earlier here, so I don't know. He's doing something to rub him the wrong way.
Okay, so let me just ask this.
Sure.
So what does the immunity idol look like? Can you describe it?
It changes from season to season.
Okay.
Sometimes they make it something that does not necessarily look like an idol. Sometimes it could be just a painted rock on a string, like they're just trying to make it very basic. Other times it could be like a part of the structures that production has built on their camp, or something around their water well, or something like a one season it was like a 9 by 9, 12 by 12 hunk of wood that had written you found the hidden immunity idol on it. Usually it's just like a small necklace, something with some sort of a medallion on it. You could fit it in your cowboy boot if you had to, or they're all supplied with some sort of a bag or something that they can keep it in. Although people do go through bags from time to time, and it's becoming more and more commonplace as things go on. So usually you can try to keep it on yourself. Sometimes people will bury it somewhere around camp, or somewhere on their island, where they know that they can get back to it. But yeah,
So,
it's some sort of a medallion or a necklace, or something that indicates that they have found the immunity idol.
so just because I'm gonna stop presenting so we can kind of talk for a moment.
Okay.
So once they find the idol, it's not theirs indefinitely. Like, or it isn't. It's theirs until someone else takes it from them.
No, you cannot
Okay.
take an idol from somebody else.
Okay.
You
You
can
said
give an
they'll
idol
bear. You
to
said they'll
someone
bear.
else.
You said they'll bury it. So it almost makes it sound like they're trying to hide it from the rest of the tribe.
Only to protect the knowledge of the
Okay.
idol, not
Oh,
necessarily
okay.
to protect the idol from being stolen.
Okay.
Just the knowledge of the idol from being stolen.
Okay. And what types of places has the idol initially been hidden? Like when production hides it, what types of locations? Like up in a tree or under a rock, or
Yeah, if
do they
there's a
get really
hole in a
creative with
tree, it
it?
seems
Or
like a lot of things end up like in a hole in a tree. Sometimes you'll get a clue that says, walk 6 paces north of the well, or it's been like out in the water off the beach a couple of times, where you have to kind of go up to your ankles in water to find the painted rock or whatever off the beach. So there are. They've gotten creative with it. One of my favorites is when the clue leads them like back to their shelter that they've built, and it's like tied up underneath the shelter. They have to find a way to surreptitiously get under there and pull that out, without getting people too curious about what they're doing, what's going on. So sometimes they do get real creative with it. Usually it's just kind of hidden, in the roots of a tree, or in a hole in a tree, or somehow just kind of off, um, a little ways off the path, somehow squirreled away.
okay, okay, it's good information.
Yeah.
Go ahead and bring this back here. Okay, so no one's found it for the varieties.
Nobody's found it for the Variety
Let's see
Act.
what our guys have done.
The
Ah,
winners of the challenge, no one's found the host pick tribe idol. Oh, Sophie found it. It had been available. So Sophie found the idol. She's in a good spot. The behavior of Tape Face is rubbing the tribe the wrong way, Cody.
that's surprising.
The only
Maybe it's because he's not talking to anybody.
Mimes get a bad rap. Uh, I enjoy a good mime act, but boy, maybe he's just not making those connections.
Yeah.
Okay, so Tape Face is rubbing the tribe the wrong way. We're going to be headed to tribal council, where our variety acts are going to have to boot somebody off the island now.
Okay, here we go.
And the castaways all vote. Oh no! My worst nightmare, Darcy Lynn, is voted out of the
Not
game.
yet. No, that's just the first vote.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she
Whew.
hasn't been voted out yet.
Okay. First vote
It's
goes
just,
to Darcy Lynn. Second vote goes to Darcy Lynn. Oh, this is not looking good. Third vote goes to Terry Fader. Okay. All right. We're Fourth vote goes to Terry. We've got
So we have a
2 votes
tie,
Darcy Lynn, 2
2-2.
votes Terry, 2 votes left.
So 2 votes left or 1 vote left? 2 votes left.
2 votes left.
Okay.
Fifth vote goes to Terry Fader, and the final vote goes to Darcy Lynn. We have a tie.
Yeah, 3-3 tie. So
Oh my goodness.
okay, so before I scroll down to show how this is done, what typically happens in a tie?
Typically in a tie, they're going to re-vote.
Okay.
So the three votes for Terry, 3 votes for Darcy Lynn, they're going to re-vote, and if they can't come to a consensus, then oh boy, it gets convoluted here. I believe that Darcy Lynn and Terry Fader go immune, and they then vote out one of the other 4, or they would go to rocks.
Really?
I'm sorry, they would go to rocks, and they would draw rocks for the other 4, and whoever gets the off-colored rocks would be eliminated from the game. So this is awfully.
So if it goes to a second tiebreaker, someone not one of them could actually get voted out.
They would be rocked out of the game. Yep.
Wow, that is amazing. And have
So,
you seen that?
It has happened. There's a few times. That's early
incredible.
In the game, I can't imagine that they would be that loyal to each other. That those 4 would be willing to go to rocks to protect Darcy Lynn and Terry Fader. I think somebody's going to flip. Boy, I hope it's not my girl Darcy Lynn.
Okay, so I wonder what happened that these 2 got voted. Did they none? Well, I guess Terry was rubbing people the wrong way.
Terry was rubbing people the wrong way. Darcy Lynn, Little Miss Perfect. Maybe they were getting tired of her being around too before they got here to tribal. Maybe Terry was rallying the troops against her. I don't know.
Okay.
But our ventriloquists are not sticking together.
Okay, so yeah, it's amazing that the ventriloquists are the first ones up to get voted off here. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, fortunately, Tapeface, he pulled it out here, though. All right, final results are 3 votes Darcy Lynn, 3 votes Terry.
Here we go.
There's a tie and a revote. The people in this tie, the people in this tie will not revote.
So Terry nor Darcy will vote.
Okay, yep.
Is that right?
Correct.
Okay.
Second votes. First one, Darcy Lynn.
Now, it's interesting they're not telling us who's voting for who here.
No, they're not giving us that.
So is it, what's his name? The host?
Jeff Probst.
Yeah, so does he announce who voted for who, or do you only see it on TV?
You only see that in the closing credits on TV. So the contestants themselves do not know who voted for who.
Okay.
All right, so Darcy Lynn gets the first vote. Terry Fader gets the second vote. Terry Fader gets the third vote. Terry Fader gets the fourth vote. And the player leaving is Terry.
Well, which makes sense to me. If he was rubbing people the wrong way, that would kind of make sense.
That makes sense. It was foreshadowed. Terry, the tribe has spoken. So now we get to see how everybody voted.
Okay.
And we would expect that Terry Fader, Shin Lim, and Paul Zerden should have voted together, right?
We would hope so. So Darcy obviously voted for Terry.
Darcy, Kenichi, and Matt. No, Darcy and Matt voted for Terry. Kenichi voted for Darcy Lynn. Paul Zerden voted for Darcy Lynn, but changed it to Terry. Shin Lim voted for Terry, and Terry voted for Darcy Lynn. So Paul Zerden was the guy who saved the day for me. I didn't have to say goodbye to my Darcy Lynn.
And we didn't have to go to this rocks thing.
And we didn't have to go to rocks.
Yeah.
Boy, that was an exciting first episode.
That was a whole first episode. So, so there you go. So we're gonna move on to the second episode now.
All right, let's rock through this here.
Here we go. Okay.
All right. Going into the second episode, we've got our singer tribe all intact. Bianca, Eli, Grace, Kevin Skinner, Landau, Eugene Murphy Jr., and Michael Grimm. Variety tribe, they've lost Terry Fader, the season 2 ventriloquist champion. He's doing well for himself out there in Vegas, don't worry. Remaining, we've got Darcy Lynn, Kenichi Aniba, Matt Franco, Paul Zerden, and Shin Lim. 2 ventriloquists, 2 magicians, and a dancer. And then in our tribe, we've still got all 6 left. We've got our knife thrower, Alfredo, Piff the Magic Dragon, professional regurgitator, Sophie Dossie, the contortionist, Tape Face, and the Kinetic King. So Tape Face is hanging around, possibly only because he hasn't had a chance to be voted out yet. I don't know.
Okay, so we're gonna move on to the Singer Tribe alliances.
We're going to see how the alliances are doing here.
Okay.
All right. Eli Matson and Michael Grimm are still in an alliance together. Looks like strength is still 7, loyalty is still 6 and 8. Nothing changed. That's the only alliance we've still got over there. Variety Tribe Alliance. We've got Kenichi Niba and Paul Zerden at a 7 and 5 loyalty with a 6 strength alliance. And then Darcy Lynn, Matt Franco, and Shin Lim stay consistent with their 7 strength alliance. Darcy Lynn has the most loyalty of that group of 8.
Yeah, it looks like Kenichi lost a little bit there, I guess because Terry is no longer in the group.
Yeah, and he saw Paul Zerden flip to eliminate Terry, or maybe he's sussing that out. So no surprise that that he would maybe lose some of his loyalty there.
Okay, so let's see what our hosts are doing, or see what our picks are doing.
What our picks are doing.
Yep.
Alfredo and the professional regurgitator still in alliance together, just a 6 strength alliance with a loyalty of 5 for Alfredo and 6 for Stevie Starr.
Yeah, it seems like they still don't really know what to think of each other.
Not the strongest alliance, but they're still filling each other out. I'm trying to figure out what you're all about, Stevie. Hard to put a finger on what this is.
Okay, so let's go see what the immunity challenge is doing.
All right, going to the immunity challenge. Do you want to read us the description of the immunity challenge?
Yeah, so one at a time, they will dive into the water and swim to a platform where they will find buoys attached to a rope. They will maneuver a buoy through a series of obstacles and swim to the next platform. The next person in the tribe goes. Once a tribe has collected all 5 buoys, they will attempt to toss them into a basket. The first two tribes to get all 5 buoys in their basket win immunity and a reward.
All right, so it is both a reward and immunity challenge. They've got to, I guess, work their buoy as they're swimming through this like obstacle course, and then like a basketball element to get them into the baskets. So the Singer Tribe wins immunity. They are the first place finishers here.
Now, weren't they second place last week?
Yeah, they. I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, they won the Flint.
They won just the Flint. Yeah.
Yep.
So now they're riding high. They get a fishing kit along with their immunity, which is going to treat them well because they are they're apparently pretty good swimmers.
So what's in this fishing kit? Just things to like catch and clean fish.
You're gonna see, like a net and maybe some hooks and line, snorkel and fins. The big thing that you see a lot, I think it just makes really great TV. It looks good on TV. Is what they call a Hawaiian sling, which is a spear that's got a like a bungee cord on it, and you put the bungee cord like around your elbow. And you pull the spear back so that you're holding up by the tip of it, and then as you swim up close to a fish, you let go of that spear and it shoots forward, and you are able to spear your fish that way.
Okay, that does sound like good TV.
So it always it always looks good, whether they catch something or not. It's an attractive thing to watch. So. Or maybe not attractive isn't the right word, but it makes for good TV.
Yeah.
They get their fishing kit. They're going to be eating a little bit better, getting some protein. Second place goes to the Singer Tribe, who lost. Singer Tribe was first place. Second place is the Variety Tribe of winners. So they lost Terry Fader last week. They're not going to lose anybody this week. They also win a spear, or that Hawaiian sling, it looks like. And the Singer tribe events is coming up next. Is that what we're seeing?
Singer Tribe events. Yep.
So who lost our immunity challenge then? Was that our guys?
So our guys, yeah, our
Oh
picks.
no.
Yeah.
Somebody's going home tonight.
Okay. Let's see.
All right. We're gonna see what the singers did. No one's found the Singer tribe idol yet, and Grace finds it. She did not even have that clue. So uh, good on her for having a good eye. Eli Matson and Kevin Skinner have a minor fight,
Uh oh.
so tensions are a little
Maybe
bit high.
maybe it's over whether to wear your hat forward or backwards.
Yeah, Kevin Skinner's always got it on backwards.
Yeah.
No, is it keyboard or guitar? Which one's better? I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe it's over whether he could actually catch a chicken or not.
Prove it.
That's
Give
right.
me some protein.
That's right. Okay, so Grace has the idol.
Grace has the idol.
Okay.
All right, let's see what the Variety Tribe has going on. And Matt Franco finds the idol, but Matt Franco isolates himself from the rest of the tribe. No one wants to align with him.
So what's happening now? What does this mean?
Boy, I don't know. Did he rub somebody the wrong way? Was he rude? Did he just go out looking for the idol, kind of not really being secretive about it? And they're all like, "Yeah, man, you can't just be running off looking for the idol. We got to get rid of you." I don't know. It's not a good look, though.
Okay. So let's see what our guys are doing.
And our picks, Sophie Dawsey has found the idol. So there's, she had found it last episode. So there's
Yep.
no idol hidden. Moving on to Tribal Council.
Okay, here we go. So what do we think Sophie's going to do at this point?
Boy, I think that she shouldn't spend it yet if she can help it. You want to hold on to it, use it as leverage, use it as a tool as long as you can. I may not even tell anybody about it at this point.
Okay, but it's hers. Like she said you said she can give it to somebody, but no one can take it from her.
Right. If she has a particularly tight alliance or somebody that she really needs or wants to keep around, she may save them with her idol. It's not something you see that happens a whole lot, but it does happen, especially if somebody happens to be in possession of more than one idol at a time. They may use that as a tool to save other people. More often,
you can have more than one idol.
It happens, yeah.
Okay.
More often, it's used as a tool to force loyalty, or to gain favor, or to sort of push your own agenda with somebody else, and say, hey, I can't be voted out. I want to use this to forward, to move forward in the game with you, that sort of thing. So I don't know where her loyalties lie. She doesn't have a real tight alliance, if I recall. The only that wasn't going down there. So yeah, I don't know how she might use it tonight.
Okay. Let's see what she does.
Okay, Sophie has the idol. The castaways all vote. Sophie does not play the idol.
Okay.
First vote, Tape Face. Second vote goes to Tape Face.
Which is making a little sense. He was rubbing people the wrong way.
He was rubbing people the wrong way.
He's not really able to communicate and make alliances very well. So
I think he's a very good communicator, just maybe not in the way that people are used to.
Yeah. I guess you got to be a good I guess you got to be a good verbal communicator.
Oh no, best he can hope for is a tie. We've got 3 votes for Tape Face, and no,
look at that!
4th vote. This one goes to Stevie Star. 5th vote goes to Stevie Star, the professional regurgitator.
We have another tie.
We've got another tie. A 3-3 tie. Professional regurgitator and tape face.
So I want to ask this before we move on for a second, and
Okay.
I'm gonna stop presenting for a moment. Uh, let's see. Okay, so has there ever been a person on Survivor that's had some sort of visual or hearing disability or anything of that nature?
Yes.
Okay.
Clear back in, I want to say season 6, there was a castaway who was hard of hearing.
Okay.
And it was actually a really serious detriment for her after the sun went down because then she couldn't read lips as well.
Oh
Uh,
yeah. Okay.
so she missed out on a lot of just late night conversation, having her hearing difficulties. Um, let's see. I remember there's been a couple of amputees. Um, I'm thinking one gal in particular was missing a leg. I think there's been a couple of missing legs over the years. Um, Nobody's ever gone out there blind or legally blind. Um,
So the lady
that's
that
all I
had the
reckon.
hearing
Yeah.
impairment, how did she communicate with others?
I don't know if she was just very hard of hearing or completely deaf. She had to be able to hear something. She had some sort of a hearing aid.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
so she must have gotten something, but she definitely relied on lip reading and on being able to see you to communicate well with you. Um, so I think that she was able to hear something, and she was able to talk. You would be able to hear her voice. Um, similar to there was a gal just a couple seasons ago who was hard of hearing, was a singer on the show on America's Got Talent.
Mandy Harvey.
Mandy Harvey, very
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Thank you.
And like she would stand on a mat and she would get her vibrations through that, but she was still like she knew how to make the noises and
Yeah.
she could feel the resonance and she was able to communicate generally very clearly. Um, she did have a little bit of that sort of like throaty kind of voice that you might hear from people that are hard of hearing, but no, she was able to communicate. She did pretty well on her season.
Okay. Good.
All right, so we've got a 3-3 tie between the professional regurgitator and tape face.
Okay.
We're
Here.
going to go to the revote and see if we have to go to rocks already for the for our tribe here.
Okay. So Steve and Tapeface will not vote.
Correct. So there's only
Okay.
4 votes coming in. They're going to all be for tape face or Stevie Star. First
Okay.
vote goes to tape face. Second vote goes to professional regurgitator. Third vote goes to professional regurgitator. Fourth vote goes to
Oh no!
tape face. Oh no! 2 votes tape face, 2 votes Stevie.
So it's very possible that someone else is going home.
We're going to go to rocks,
Okay.
and somebody else is going to go home. 2 votes tape face, 2 votes professional regurgitator. There's a tie after the revote. Therefore, each player will draw a rock. Whichever draws the purple rock will leave the game.
Oh, so it's basically like a coin flip.
It's
Okay.
a roll of the dice.
So there's no skill in this.
There is
So
no skill.
they don't send them to any kind of challenge or
Nope.
okay. It's all luck at this. It's all odds at this point.
Yep. And the Kinetic King, the tribe
Whoa.
has spoken. So after the revote, they couldn't decide on professional regurgitator or tape face. So they were both immune, which means that the other 4 had to draw the rocks. The Kinetic King drew the purple rock, the off-colored rock.
Wow. And we didn't hear anything from the Kinetic King in
We
this
got
in this season.
nothing. I expected so much more from him.
Yeah, I did too. I was really wanting to see more from him in these puzzles. If he had to like build stuff, I wanted to kind of see that. So, man, we didn't get anything. No alliances.
Shooting those buoys into the basket was not his strong thing. He didn't make
No.
it happen.
Hey, but he did have the goggles, so that should have helped him see underwater.
You'd think. You'd think.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, let's see how each one voted here.
See how everybody voted. Stevie voted for Tape Face. Tape Face voted for Stevie. We know that. We also got Tiff voting for Tape Face. Alfredo voted for Tape Face. And who was the last one for Tape Face then? It would have been. We'll go down.
That was it. It was
Oh,
those
that was
three.
it. Okay.
Yeah, those
That's
three.
right. Okay.
So then Sophie, Tape Face, and Kinetic King voted for Steve.
All right. Professional Regurgitator was
Yeah.
up. And yeah, boy, if you're
And
going
Kinetic King
to.
was the big loser in all of this.
If he wasn't willing to flip, he really disliked Tape Face enough to not to risk going to rocks. He wasn't ready to flip, or he really thought somebody else was going to flip and vote out the professional regurgitator.
Oops. Okay, so I think we're going to do one more episode
All right,
in this podcast, and
we'll
then
knock through one more episode here. Yep.
and then we'll stop and we'll come back in the next podcast.
All right, that sounds
So
great.
it's episode 3, right?
Episode 3. Here we go.
Here we go.
Singer Tribe still completely intact. Bianca Ryan, Eli Matson, Grace Vanderwall, Kevin Skinner, Landau Eugene Murphy Jr., and Michael Grimm. Variety Tribe is down to Darcy Lynn Farmer, Paul Zerden, the ventriloquist, Matt Franco and Shin Lim, the magicians, and Kenichi Aniba. And on our tribe, we've still got Alfredo, Piff the Magic Dragon, Professional Regurgitator, Sophie Dossie, and Tape Face. Professional Regurgitator and Tape Face are there only by the skin of their teeth. So,
yeah, Kinetic King, we barely knew you.
we barely knew you. Boy, when things go wrong for him, they go terribly wrong, don't they?
Yeah, your I guess your gadgets lock up when you're on the quarterfinals, and
it's a sad, sad thing.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see what the singers are doing.
Still got that alliance between Michael Grimm and Eli Matson. Nothing's changed.
It doesn't look like it's changed much.
Well,
so it's interesting that we're now episode 3, and we're not seeing any other alliances form.
No, they're very slow to get friendly over there.
Is this typical, or usually more formed by this point?
It's usually much more formed by this point.
Okay.
All right, on the what do we got? The Variety Tribe Alliance. Darcy Lynn Farmer and Shin Lim are in alliance. Kenichi Aniba and Paul Zerden are in an alliance.
It looks like that second alliance lost somebody. Lost one of their magicians.
Oh, Matt Franco. Bad news for Matt Franco.
Yeah, but it seems like it's now a little bit stronger alliance.
Yeah.
So, did he leave, or did these two just say, hey, we're going out on our own, or?
I don't know. Darcy Lynn Farmer and Shin Lim, they're the new kids on the block. They're the 12 and 13 season winners. So,
good point.
Maybe they just didn't have time for those old guys.
Well, was it Matt Franco though? Season
what season
10 or 11?
Old news.
Oh well, okay. Let's see. Season 9. Sorry, season 9. Yeah, that's long. That's ancient history.
Ancient history. Darcy Lynn was just a 6-year-old then.
That's right. Yeah, she may not have even been doing her ventriloquism.
She
when
probably
he won.
wasn't. Yeah.
So let's see what our guys are doing.
Okay, still got Professional Regurgitator and Alfredo still in an alliance. It's a 6 strength alliance with 5 and 6 loyalty. So they're hanging on there. Professional Stevie Star is still happening.
Yeah, it's not strong. I mean, it's not weak. It's still kind of right in the middle, but they're hanging in there.
They're hanging in. All right, for this immunity challenge, each tribe will carry a large bucket to a water tower where they will fill it. Then they will race back and work together to plug as many holes as they can in their bucket to keep the water from leaking out. Then they will empty what's left into a barrel and head back out. The first two tribes to fill their barrel and raise their flag win immunity and reward. So they have to carry a bucket that's got holes in it, in a way that they're blocking up the holes as they're moving it across the field of play there. You fill up your end reservoir enough, your flag is raised, you win immunity.
Okay.
And immunity goes to the Variety Tribe. Our magicians, our ventriloquists, and Kenichi, they pulled it out. So they win a tarp and some comfort items. So like some pillows, maybe some hammocks,
Oh, that
chairs,
sounds
that
good.
sort of thing.
Wow.
They get some real comfort. So, and the tarp, I hear that the tarp is like the thing that you want more than anything else out there to
So it
actually
keeps you
be
dry
dry.
and away from the
Yep.
sun. Okay.
Yep.
Now, my wife told me, I think it was the year Jimmy Johnson was on,
Yeah.
that in one of the episodes, Jimmy Johnson was like the only one that was kind of knew what was going on, and but they I think it started to rain, and they wanted to protect the fire, so they, I guess, covered the fire with a tarp or some stuff, and then ended up burning up like most of their stuff. Does that sound familiar to you?
Uh, I don't specifically remember that.
Okay.
Things have happened. Camps have burnt down. Man, clear back in season 6. I think it was Rob Sesternino's season with Christy, who is the deaf contestant. He also their tribe or their camp got burned down that season while they were off at a challenge or something. Like, something got into
Wow.
it, and it just tore up their camp. So
Okay.
things can go wrong, but no, I don't specifically remember the tarp being the culprit for starting the fire. Okay,
Okay.
so that Variety Tribe, they won the tarp and the comfort items. Who was second place here? The Singers.
Boy, those singers, they're tearing
They're
it up.
they are good swimmers. They're good in the water. They've got their fishing gear. They've got protein. So they're doing great. They're doing just great, which means that
Our guys.
our guys, our host tribe, are the ones who are going back to tribal again.
Wow. Phew.
Oh man.
So they also win a tarp. So that's good that they're. I mean, I guess this early, I guess tarp is really good.
Yeah, absolutely. It's only going to make them stronger.
Okay. Well, let's see what our groups are up to.
All right. See what's going on at the Singer tribe camp. Grace still has their idol. Eli and Landau bond slightly.
Okay.
So
So we got Landau, who's a jazz singer.
yeah, jazz crooner style. Yep.
Okay. Eli, kind of like a rock blues type singer.
Yeah, you'd
Okay.
call it that.
Okay.
Uh,
So you said that there could be multiple idols. Do they? If someone finds an idol, then do they hide another one, or how frequently do they
Usually,
hide additional idols?
if an idol is used, so each of the three camps is going to start with one idol at their camp.
Okay.
If an idol is used, another idol may be rehidden at their
Okay.
camp. When they merge, in a few episodes here, there should be another idol hidden at their camp.
Okay.
So, and then generally as they're used up, they're replaced in the show. So
Okay.
if you use an idol, you've got a chance at finding another idol.
Okay.
All right, proceed to Variety Tribe. Matt Franco has the Variety Tribe idol, And we've got an alliance between Darcy Lynn Farmer and Shin Lim with an 8 strength. So those two are thick as thieves.
Yep, that's interesting.
But the other alliance has dissolved.
Well, it wasn't that strong to begin
It
with.
wasn't that strong to begin with.
Yeah.
All right. Our
Well,
tribe.
that's the one with the with the other with Paul Zerden, and then they lost Terry Fader, right?
Yeah, they were questioning each other anyhow.
Yeah.
They didn't know how committed each one was. So, uh, yeah. So our picks. Sophie still has the idol. Piff isolates himself from the rest of the tribe. No one wants to align with him.
Well, that's not
Uh-oh.
surprising. Piff's kind of his own guy anyway, and
He blazes his own trail. Uh, marches to the beat of his own drum. Um, let's see what. Boy, that doesn't look good heading into tribal council here. Hopefully, he can hold on to this. Sophie has the idol. Castaways all vote. Sophie does not play the idol.
okay.
First vote goes to professional regurgitator. He's back on the block here. Second vote goes to Tapeface. He's back on the block. Third vote goes to Tapeface. Fourth vote goes to professional regurgitator.
This
Fifth
is
vote.
looking very familiar.
Oh no! Well, it's only
Jay.
5 votes. They can't tie, can they?
Nope.
Oh, Tapeface is leaving the game.
It's not surprising. I mean, he should have actually gone home in the last tribal council, because he has trouble communicating other than maybe with his hands, and it's a difficult go for him. So
It's a difficult go. If you're going to be
yeah.
mute out there, that's a tough row to hoe. See how everybody voted. Tapeface got votes from Alfredo from Deadly Games, Piff the Magic Dragon, and the Professional Regurgitator. Professional Regurgitator got votes from Tapeface, of course, as well as Sophie Dossie. So Sophie Dossie appears to be the odd man out now.
Yeah, but she's got that idol, so
She
she's
does have the idol.
yep.
So she's sitting pretty good.
Yep.
Sitting pretty good.
Well, that kind of concludes our first podcast. So we made it through 3 episodes.
We
Jay.
made it through 3 episodes. All right. I think that we can click through these a little bit more quickly as we're sort of getting the rhythm of it all. Maybe a little less computer bugs next time.
Yeah. And we kind of got the issues figured out, so we'll make it a little bit better for you guys next time. It's gonna kind of keep it short. We don't want to keep you guys too long for this, but I'm having fun. I'm enjoying this. This is a lot of fun having you explain it to me, kind of talking about what these contestants are doing as Survivor contestants.
Yep.
Some surprises here, some things I didn't expect to see.
Okay. All right. What's your biggest surprise coming out of talking these 3 episodes?
I think that 3-3 tie was one of the biggest things.
Okay.
I wasn't for sure I was expecting to see a tie, and then the way that you talk about the tiebreaker, where it's not a tiebreaker between the 2 contestants that were tied. Any of the other contestants, any of the other people in the tribe could go home.
Yeah.
So that was kind of a big surprise for me.
You're motivated to not tie. You're motivated to make a change or to make an argument or find something to flip because it's it's dangerous to put yourself on the line when there's 2 other people that should go home before you.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's good. Let's see here. We'll pick up next week. Guys, if you have any comments for us, reach out to us again. I'm on Twitter at OneManBander. You can reach out to us on Twitter at AGT Time or Facebook AGTcast or Gmail agtcast@gmail.com.
Yep, and I'm also on Twitter at Cody L. Patterson. We'll try to do a little bit better production for you guys next time. This is a good first experiment for us. We're still learning some of these things, so we'll get it better figured out, and hopefully we won't waste a lot of your time trying to figure out how some of this stuff works. So
yeah, maybe a little tighter next time.
Yeah. So until that, we'll pick up with episode 4 next week. And until then, I guess have a good week. Spring's here, Jay. How's
Spring
everything?
has
How's
sprung.
everything up there?
Wet. We've
Wet. Okay.
the flooding in Iowa is real.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
We had frozen ground and a couple feet of snow that was all melted very quickly by an inch of rain that just didn't have any place to go but to the watersheds. So it's been wet up here. We're fine in my home, and most everybody I know, all their properties fine. You get into Western Iowa, where know a few people over there. There's some damage, but you know, it, it's wet. It's wet.
Okay. We'll stay dry. Spring is arriving here in East Tennessee, so it's been nice and dry this week for us. So we'll send some of that dryness your way.
Send it up.
Yep, we'll send it that way. So, but hey, thanks everyone. We'll come back next week for week 4. You got anything else, Jay?
Nope. Thanks
All
for
right.
listening, everybody.
Yep. Everyone have a good week. We'll see you then.
Bye.